Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal aren't exactly the best of friends. These two have butted heads more than once. And now that they sit next to each other as NBA on TNT analysts, they've had their fair share of on-air fights. No matter what, these two Hall of Famers seem to agree that the Phoenix Suns are under a lot of pressure to win the championship this season after trading for Kevin Durant. Even though they were on the same page, this didn't stop Shaq from putting Chuck down. On Charles. When asked about Barkley's comments about the new-look Suns, O'Neal said, "I don't give a about no Charles." For more information, Barkley said that he thinks Durant and the Suns have to win the NBA championship this year or else. He's got to win a championship. Very easy, said Barkley. He has to get to the finals at least. At least I got us to the championship game. It's the same exact thing. Barkley did lead the Suns to the NBA Finals in 1993, and he expects Durant to do the same this year. Shaq agrees with this. Charles Barkley made it to the finals, he said. The bad thing about being a superstar is that they give you championships when you don't win them. Chris Paul, it's not just Durant. They have to finish it this year. It's clear that both Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley agree that Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns need to win the whole thing this season. Anything less than that will be seen as a failure. O'Neal said, if they don't win, Mr. KD is going to have a hell of a summer. Shaq seems to have one hell of a beef with Durant. Only recently we saw these two go at it on Twitter. This time, it was Shaquille O'Neal who shot back at the former star of the Brooklyn Nets. He took aim at Kevin Durant's hair, or lack of hair. Kevin Durant says that Shaquille O'Neal's recent admission that he didn't know who Rui Hachimura was shows how little he knows about the NBA.
I don't know who you are. That's no disrespect. So how am I supposed to know who the kid was?
Shaq is a very entertaining analyst, but he isn't the most knowledgeable, and that's always been a big deal. That week, the Los Angeles Lakers surprised the NBA by trading for the Japanese player. This made their fans hope for a big change in their lives. But even though many fans had something to say about this move, Shaquille O'Neal didn't even know who the former number 9 overall pick was.
I don't know who you are. That's no disrespect. So how am I supposed to know who the kid was?
The four-time NBA champion spoke out strongly against this move. He even called out Rob Pelinka and reminded him that the Lakers are trying to win titles. I have no idea who that is. Who the hell is that? Excuse my language, but Rob, come on. We are trying to win titles. Who the heck is that? He can play? I don't even know who he is. My Lakers, all we want to do is win championships. Shaquille looked very upset about this trade, but the rest of the fans are very happy with Hachimura, who is still young and has a lot of potential to become a strong star in the NBA. Many fans reacted to this, and one current player also had something to say about it. He criticized Shaquille O'Neal for not knowing who Rui Hachimura is, among other things. Kevin Durant went on Twitter and asked Shaq a simple question that made it look like Shaq was just a casual fan. Shaquille doesn't know ball? Durant tweeted. Recently, these two have been fighting. KD said that Shaq was too sensitive, and the Big Diesel hit back at the former Brooklyn Nets star. Things between them haven't calmed down, and Durant will take any chance he gets to put O'Neal down. The two-time NBA champion is a big fan of basketball in general, and not just the NBA. He expects someone who gets paid to talk about the NBA to be the same way. Shaquille O'Neal is one of the best NBA players of all time, and he has also done well as a TV personality, but there's no denying that the big man has thin skin. Shaq doesn't like being treated badly in any way, even if it's just a joke. Shaq shot back at Durant and didn't stop there. He then posted an interesting graphic to defend himself. Who needs to know ball when you know how to ball? The most dominant baller ever. Shaq was clearly hurt by what was said, and he felt the need to talk about what he had done. Durant's response was very funny. He said that O'Neal's resume was very impressive. Impressive resume, Shaquille. I'm proud of you. Durant seems to be having a great time with this, and you can't say anything bad about that. Shaq is making too much of the situation, which is something we've seen him do before. Kevin Durant called out Shaquille O'Neal for being upset about how much money players make now. The best players today definitely make a lot of money, and there's no doubt that many stars in the league sign long-term, lucrative contracts with their teams. The amount of money that players earn has also gone up over time, which has made some of the older players angry. Charles Barkley recently said something about Kevin Durant that he didn't agree with. In response, Kevin Durant called Barkley a hating old head who couldn't accept that players today make more money than players from his time. Shaquille O'Neal, who played for the Lakers and works with Charles Barkley, said that old players are mad about how much money new players get. He asked rhetorically if people thought he was happy that Utah Jazz center Rudy Gobert makes $250 million. Let me tell you something. Do you think I'm happy Rudy Gobert is making $250 million? O'Neal said. So, KD, you're right on the money. We're mad because we didn't get that from how we played. You have these shooters who hit 22% of the time and make $30 million. All through his career, D. Scott shot damn close to 45 to 50%, and the most he made was probably $7 million. So yeah, we're mad. We get petty. And what happens? We have a point of view, and that point of view matters. Kevin Durant recently responded to Shaquille O'Neal's admission that Durant was right about old players being angry about how much money modern players get by calling O'Neal hilarious and pointing out that O'Neal is worth $1 billion. Kevin Durant and Shaquille O'Neal have definitely taken shots at each other on social media in the past. On his Instagram, O'Neal made fun of Durant for not being able to get many awards after he left the Warriors. Kevin Durant is a player who often says what he thinks on social media, and this tweet is just one example. We can be sure that he'll keep doing this, even if it means going after some older players. And that concludes our coverage of Shaq and Charles Barkley's heated debate over Kevin Durant's trade to the Phoenix Suns. While the two NBA legends may have butted heads on their opinions, it's clear that their passion for the game remains unwavering. As fans, we can appreciate the insight and perspectives that Shaq and Charles bring to the table, even if they don't always see eye to eye. And at the end of the day, it's all about the love of the game and the excitement of what the future holds for the NBA. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing NBA news. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.